are listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast service of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. It's time for Streaming Verse here on WHCM. And just a reminder to everyone listening, the thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. Tonight on Streaming Verse, we have a guest. Again, 2 weeks in a row with a guest for us. What's up with that?
Look at us go.
Tonight, Deagan makes his triumphant return after going off to college, like 20 miles away. He has been a distant memory, but now he is back.
I'm back. I'm all dressed up. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Good to hear. Good to hear. I want you to know when I turned up the sliders here on the console, I did. I put your slider up, but at first, and this was a while ago, I didn't turn your mic on, but that was you're good. You're all turned on and everything's good. Yet?
I didn't say important yet.
He's left and he's gotten his head is just.
What? That's not true. Arts College does not do that to people. It does.
All right, so what has everybody been watching?
I'll start.
Yeah, you go.
Okay.
Looking at you two over there.
I'm really excited about this one. And I do want to bring up my favorite quote from the last episode because I was laughing so hard it was ridiculous. So I started watching Poker Face, and I am on episode 3. I love it so much. Episode 3, at the beginning, I was like, I'm not going to like it because the dog.
Okay.
There's a dog. And if, spoiler alert, but not really, if something happens to an animal, I am much more deeply affected than when it happens to a human. Yeah. Sorry. But it was fine. It was fine. And I'm just really excited to keep watching it. But my favorite quote from last episode is when she's talking to the dog and she's like, avenge you, I don't even like you. And it made me laugh so much. Oh, it was so good.
That is a great show.
It's so good. I cannot wait to watch it.
Have you seen any of it yet, Dean?
No, I haven't had time.
Well, understandable. The one thing that bothers me about the show is not the show itself, but because Peacock has the rights to Columbo, they keep comparing it to Columbo when I think it should be compared to the Incredible Hulk, who's also a fugitive on the run, who keeps moving and helps people.
Oh, yeah.
I think it should be compared to the TV show, The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he would travel.
Yeah.
From place to place, but they're comparing it to Columbo, but I'm telling you that's marketing. Because Peacock has the rights to Columbo and they play it.
Almost definitely.
Yeah. What have you been watching, Deagan?
Wow.
If anything, since you're so busy.
Oh my God.
If anything, he would have written 7 pages worth.
Yeah. I couldn't talk about all the stuff I saw free and early because it's not streaming yet.
Yeah.
So.
He was complaining about this. He was I can't talk about this.
I can't.
Like, your life is so hard.
Oh, man. I can't talk about how I saw Zach Braff. Oh, whoopsies. So what I've been watching is I had to watch this movie called Memories of Underdevelopment for my World Cinema class. It's on streaming on Criterion. Incredibly boring. I fell asleep to it. But
sure, your teacher would love to hear that.
I don't care. I don't like it.
That's where we are on that one right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's it was a bit of a snooze fest. I also watched it at 9 o'clock in the morning, so that could have affected it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not a recommendation.
No,
I
just thought I would.
Okay.
Mention it. I don't know why.
What have you been watching, Chris?
Well, I have been watching The Swarm.
Ooh,
yes.
With
Prime.
Billie Eilish?
What?
Isn't she in it?
She might be, but I haven't seen her yet.
Really?
Yeah, she's in it.
I think I heard that she
Swear
was
to God.
at some point one of the episodes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, The Swarm is basically a take on the Beehive, which is Beyonce's followers, and they keep saying every episode starts with these events actually happen. This is about a real person, but it's not necessarily, I think, documented as a real event, but these events did happen, but I don't know if anyone's put them together.
Right.
It's definitely very different. Even have you seen any of it, Deagan?
No, not yet. I just saw Donald Glover promoting it.
Okay,
so.
because even the way they filmed it and the color and the tone of it, just looking at it, you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the ads make me uncomfortable. That's why I'm probably not going to watch it because I'm scared to. I want to, but
I'm watching it and I'm doing okay.
Did you just break your pen?
We've had an accident on aisle 4. Clean up on aisle 4.
Just snap my pen. It's fine.
Yeah, no, you should watch it. If I can now, mind you, normally when I watch something and I like it, I just at least watch 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I'm on episode 3 and I've been watching it since last week. Like I can only do a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's good and it's interesting.
I plan on watching
and
it.
it's on Prime in
Yeah.
case anyone else is interested in watching The Swarm. But the lead actress whose name I don't know, for which I apologize, was in that Power movie,
Yeah.
and she was really good in that. What was?
I have no idea.
I like
blanking.
quizzing you. Tell me, what's the name? It's on Netflix. It's
It
the
is.
Power movie. It's
Yeah.
All right.
Power Boost or something. like
Yeah.
that. What else have you
Power Rangers.
Coming out with a new one.
I know.
just missed having that on camera?
I'll do it again.
Made it.
Yeah.
What else have you been watching?
Well, cutting Deagan off.
I wasn't
Because
gonna
I thought
say
you were going to
anything.
talk.
No.
I watched the Pink All I Know So Far documentary, which is like kind of concert video on Prime. It's so good. I love Pink, and I know Megan, our producer, really likes Pink as well. And it just made me want to go see her live like a million times more than I already had. Tickets are outrageous. I looked into it. But it was so cute because, you know, she talks about being on tour with her 2 small children, and she takes them with, and her husband's with her, and, you know, she does all these, like, I don't know what the word is, the acrobatic, like, literal flying through the audience. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what I'd call it, but she does all of that, and, like, this girl is, like, fearless. It's insane. And then her daughter, Willow, who's
Her
I
kids
don't know.
have got to be.
10.
I would say, yeah.
Wow.
I was gonna say old. I don't mean old.
Yeah,
but
no,
I mean,
she's-
older.
She's got, like, a 3-year-old and, like, a 10-year-old.
okay.
And Willow, who actually sang on her album, and she's, like, really talented. And, like, of course she is, because she's
Look at their
Pink,
parents.
yeah.
yeah.
But she, at one point in the documentary, whatever, they're at the stadium before a concert. She climbs up the scaffolding. She had like a wire attached to her, so like someone was helping her, but she climbed all the way to the top. And Pink, she was just like, oh yeah, this is like normal. So she was like chill about it, and she's like, come on, Willow, this is my show. Like she was joking about it, and it was so funny. But I'm like, these people are fearless. It was insane.
Wow.
I want to be Pink. I mean, I've wanted to for a very long time,
I
but
thought you were wearing pink for a second, and then
No, I don't think so.
no, I'm wearing my Forky shirt.
Yeah, I got.
I'm trash. Toy Story 4.
Yeah,
Well-
one thing I have to say about Pink, I'm impressed, like, because at one point, it's Cody, right? Is her husband's name, I think?
You know, I watched the entire thing, and I never. He's a cyclist.
Yeah.
A
I
cyclist?
never caught his name.
At one point, they were going to get divorced, but they powered through
Yeah.
and worked it out and
Wow.
apparently had another child.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Which is just impressive in terms of, like, her commitment to, like, keep her family. Because
Yeah.
I remember when they got married, they were both, like, kids and
Yeah.
busting things up still and,
Yeah.
you know, wild.
Yeah.
So the fact that their marriage has lasted this long is just a credit to how much they're both working on it, which
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah. Well, if I may.
Deagan, what have you been watching?
Sorry.
Do you need an introduction?
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I don't want to interrupt anyone.
That's what we do on this show.
I know. So, actually, just today, caught up with Ted Lasso.
He did that for you, Chris. He
Yeah,
told
I
me.
did because
Thank you.
yeah. So me and my dad watched the first one, and then he left, and I watched the second one by myself. Man, it's so good. I missed it so much, and I actually this whole month is like pretty. It's a bunch of my favorite shows are coming back, but 2 of them are ending for good. Well, 3 of them are. So it's Ted Lasso, Succession, and Barry. They all end the same week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
sad.
gonna be a rough week.
I've started Barry and Succession, but I haven't gotten into them. Barry, I know I will at some point. Succession, I don't know if I will, just because they're so nasty to each other.
Oh,
that's hard
it's
for
great.
me to watch.
It's great. I love it.
I live that life.
Yeah.
I get to live a life in the world here where everyone is nasty to each other all the time, so I don't need it.
Yeah.
Want to escape. But Ted Lasso, I actually Tuesday morning, because it had come out like at 2 a.m. Tuesday, I watched it before work because I'm
Wow.
like, I need the pick me up that Ted Lasso
Yeah.
is going to give me. And Nina hasn't seen it.
No.
So
I've
I'm
seen a couple episodes.
No, I mean this Tuesday's episode.
Oh, no.
Because I'm about to discuss some of the content because
Yeah.
I also watched it. So
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna add on to what you were watching. So at one point, they're in the locker room, they're having a discussion, and Ted is comparing something that happened to a Hallmark movie. So Roy
Yeah.
comes in the bathroom and is like, what's a Hallmark movie? And Ted is like, it's a movie where a woman is works in the big city and goes back to her hometown, meets her high school sweetheart, who's probably owns a Christmas tree farm and
Yep.
is playing Santa Claus, somebody else, or both,
Yeah.
and falls in love. Remember I was talking about that?
Yes.
I'd like to point out I could be a writer for Ted Lasso. I just want...
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all I talked about around Christmas time. Is like, why is it always a Christmas tree farm? How many Christmas
Yep.
tree farms are there upstate?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I felt when I saw that, I actually rewound it and like, hey, that's what I said all winter long about
Yeah.
Hallmark movies. And now
Yeah.
Roy knows what a Hallmark
Yeah.
movie is.
Roy.
They watched the show.
What?
They were watching the show.
Yeah. What?
That's how they got it.
Oh. I was like, what? I was so confused.
Use your brain, Deagan.
I can't.
One of the other things I've been watching is Girl Boss.
Yes.
Netflix.
Yes.
I forgot you were watching that. I remember
I love that so much.
Yes.
I walked in on you watching it, and I was like, Girl Boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for those out there, Girl Boss is loosely based on a true story of Sophie Amoruso, something like
Something like that.
who basically made an empire out of thrifting and selling things on eBay, and then got very lucky and got this Netflix deal, like in 2017, 2018-ish. And they really thought it was going to take off.
Yeah.
Then it was canceled after one season. But I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm on like the 4th or 5th episode.
It's good,
really,
right?
It's very cute. I'm enjoying it.
I like it a lot. All right, real quick, we got a comment
Oh,
from my mother. Which, by the way, it's her birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday, Mom.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Mom.
She said you were talking about Pink, which was awesome because we watched that together. He wasn't there. He wasn't invited. She suggests that you should also watch Queen and Adam Lambert, The Show Must Go On. It's incredible, and I have seen that before, and I do agree that it is incredible. I think she watched it 2 times. I think,
I'm pretty
correct
sure
me
she
if I'm
did.
wrong, but I think when my dad got home, she watched it again
Yeah.
with him. But, no, it was really, really good. So, yeah.
thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Before we go to break, I actually need a recommendation.
Ooh.
So typically I like to watch things that...
His eyes just went, what? God.
Deagan is ready, poised at the edge of his seat, ready to give me a recommendation.
I'm ready.
So, every Sunday morning, I tend to watch a, what would you describe it, horror or type show, or
Yeah.
definitely something that's gritty and violent.
Thriller.
Thrillers,
Yeah.
TV series.
Yes.
So normally Sunday mornings I would watch Evil, but Evil isn't playing right now,
Yeah.
or Mayor of Kingstown, which
Yeah.
is also ended.
Mhm.
So I have nothing to watch on Sunday mornings. So I need something for a Sunday morning that either you can recommend or one of our listeners. And if you're listening, you can listen on 88.3 FM, harperradio.com, or head over to YouTube Live and look for the Harper Radio channel and give me a recommendation of a good series that I have to sit and watch. So it could have subtitles, because for this, I could sit and watch it.
Yeah.
I like that hour in the morning where that's my goal when I first wake up. So, Deagan, think.
You've already watched Last of Us, right?
No, that's probably... I've started it, but it kind of got sidetracked. I know everyone talks about it, and I haven't watched it.
I watched it with a bunch of friends at school. We all loved it. It's definitely very heartfelt.
That's a good recommendation, actually.
It's gritty.
Deagan for the win.
What can I say? Or you should also watch Yellow Jackets. I haven't watched it, but season 2 just came out, and I heard it's incredible.
That's actually another good idea. I have Showtime right now, so that is a very good idea. All right, you are listening to WHCM, and this is Streaming Verse with Nina and Chris and our guest, Deagan. We will be right back after these messages.
Hi there, people of the Earth. My name is Richie, and I am a space and time traveler that has come to this little planet for one purpose only: to fill your day with good vibes, which is why I created the Group Machine, a device that can stimulate the human brain in order to cause feelings of joy and euphoria. So come check out my show, Richie's Group Machine, every Friday at 5 p.m. at WHCM 88.3 FM or harperradio.com.
Harper Radio presents Live at Scratched Vinyl. Friday, April 21st at 6:30 p.m. Join us as we showcase the local talent of Jenny Stark and Andrew Robert Palmer in a live acoustic set. Hear both of these artists perform in the intimate space of Scratched Vinyl in Barrington, Illinois. Show starts at 6:30 p.m. on Friday, April 21st. Event is free for all ages. No reservation required. Live at Scratched Vinyl. Presented by Harper Radio. Radio done differently.
Yes, that is going to be a fun event.
Yes.
Friday, April 21st at Scratch Vinyl in Barrington. You want to head out to, Scratch Vinyl, and then look for some LPs while you're there, some vinyl.
Yeah.
Deagan goes there all the time.
Yeah, they got a great selection.
Yes, they do. Mm-hmm. So, sorry I sound so underwhelmed. It is migraine season for Chris. We are back here with Streaming Verse with Nina, Chris, and our guest Deagan. And now we're going to dive into South by Southwest 2023 and talk about some things that we're interested in seeing or not seeing. Do we want to go, not want to go ever in the future?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I'm yes and no at the exact same time.
I am
Me too.
You know, I actually faced this same dilemma when the Lollapalooza schedule came out. Because there's a lot, not necessarily the headliners, but there's a lot of...
The 1975 I saw.
Wait, what?
Chris, no, you haven't seen them live, right?
No.
No, okay.
Wait,
So
are they...
yes, they're
Yes.
doing Lollapalooza.
Yeah.
So-
I know something!
Yes, you
Oh.
do. So I love the 1975. I saw them in concert before the pandemic, like 2019, right?
Mhm.
Now he's starting to listen to them,
Yeah.
and he's in love with them.
Yeah.
So it's like the 1975, Holly Humberstone, Billie Eilish, Maisie Peters, like a bunch of these artists, and I could not read the entire thing because I'm like, I'm gonna want to go, and I no. First of all, number one, don't know where the camera is. It's too expensive. It's very expensive.
Yes.
I mean, like I paid more for Taylor Swift tickets probably, but there's a difference. And number two, there's so many people, and like everyone I've ever probably gone to school with will be there. No.
And their brother.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, so that's a no from me. Unless Taylor Swift is going. Unless she decides to show up, that's a no.
Deagan, what?
Now I want to go.
Because he wants to go see 1975.
Yeah, I saw that on the list, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Nina would like that. And I
Yeah.
thought, there's sometimes it's like I want to go to things.
Yeah.
Like, same thing with South by Southwest. Like,
Yeah.
it really sounds fun, and the fact that they play these movies, they're screening them like at
Yeah.
all these different local theaters, which is very cool. And then I think, wait a minute, there's going to be a ton of people. Wait a minute, I'm going to be in the airport, and there's going to be a ton of people.
Right.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Like, can I just go to, can I just see Elizabeth Olsen just talk? Like, can I just, like, sit in the room? Like, I don't have to say anything to her. She doesn't have to even know I'm alive. She doesn't know I'm alive. It's okay. It's okay. Literally, like, can I just, like, be there and then watch the thing, but, like, in my own little, like, bubble?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
no one else is there.
Yeah.
Just like movie theaters. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, because the world has changed
Mhm.
since I was a child. But, you know, the small time, you know, movie theaters, kind of like the Catlow and Pickwick and other things like that. When I was a kid, they used to have, like, special rooms where you could go with family. So if your kids were going to run around, so they were small theaters, but they would have another section that was away, and it was still open, but you were further away from the rest of the audience. So
my
families would go
gosh.
there,
That's awesome.
and that way, if you're not that the kids were misbehaving,
Right.
but you know, when you are an adult and you want to go see a movie, and your 4-year-old isn't paying any attention and like fidgety, you don't have to worry about it. So it was
That's
very cool.
awesome.
It was very cool.
I've never seen one of those.
No.
Although I think it would be beneficial for me because I move around so much in the movies. And I'm sure it's very annoying and distracting to everyone around me. So I am so sorry, Deagan.
You don't move around a lot. It's not that distracting.
I don't think so
It's
either.
not that bad.
I think it's worse. You're probably trying to contain yourself.
I am,
which
because
is
in
the
my head I'm
bigger
like,
issue. Yeah.
you're annoying, you're disturbing everyone, stop it.
Yeah. The most I moved around during a movie was probably during when I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, because I couldn't stop laughing at
We're not talking
how
about, we're not going into
good
this.
the movie was.
All
Sorry.
right, so back to South by
Sorry.
Southwest.
Back to South by Southwest.
What are you looking forward to, if anything, that's going to be coming out this year that premiered there? All right, we've got two hands raised.
I was ready to hit a buzzer, not
I'll go.
go.
So I'm pretty excited for this movie called Bottoms, which is what are you laughing at? Don't laugh at that. It's by the director of this movie called Shiva Baby, which came out like 2017. I don't know.
I believe you.
It's an indie movie, you know. It's
Very underground.
it's not very underground. But it had Rachel Sonnet in it, who's in Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. She plays Alice.
Alice, I love Alice.
Yeah, so she's great, and she's doing this movie with the same director, and it's about like a bunch of high school girls starting a fight club, and it just looks
Don't talk about it.
good reference. Nice one,
Nice.
Nina.
Thank
nice,
you. Thank you.
Nice.
And it just looks hysterical, and what I've read about it is people are calling it like it's kind of on the same level as the comedy of the Scary Movie, you know, like that, but it's much more like dignified in a way, and I'm like, this sounds so weird, and like, but if it keeps the same kind of vibe as Shiva Baby, I'm gonna love it. So
Nina, you?
Yes, so prior to going on air today, I discovered that a couple of videos that I have been watching and rewatching and showing everyone I know. Chris, I showed you these videos too, I'm pretty sure, before this moment.
Yes.
And then when I was preparing for the show, I'm like, man, I don't know anything. And then upon Chris saying, yeah, you do, and looking back upon the videos that I was rewatching a million times and seeing that it says South by Southwest in the background, I realized, wait, I do. And I did have something that looks very appealing to me also, but Love and Death, which is an HBO Max series that Elizabeth Olsen is starring in, I'm very excited for. I've been excited for, and God,
Apparently
such an
she
idiot.
has great reviews.
Yeah, I heard
She's-
really good
Reviews.
things.
She
for
is
her.
so good at playing unhinged characters. She's so good
And
at
that's
it.
your thing, as
And
we
that's-
discussed in the therapy moment a couple weeks ago in our show.
Yeah.
Oh, Deagan, you missed that. Yes, we had therapy.
Oh, that's so
on
nice.
One of our
Yeah.
shows.
That's beautiful.
We both found out that Nina likes unhinged people,
Yeah.
and I like watching things with male violence, apparently,
Yeah.
for some weird
We
reason.
discovered I have a savior complex like Phoebe Bridgers.
Yes.
Emotional affair. Sorry, that's Savior Complex by Phoebe Bridgers off of the hit album Punisher, released in 2019.
All right.
Boom. Okay. Anyways, she describes it as like, oh, it's like a cute little series. Like, she's playing an axe murderer, so
She was so interesting in the video. We're talking about it. So there's
Yeah.
a bunch of interviews. So if you are interested in South by Southwest or what we're talking about, just Google South by Southwest 23, and you can find their website. There's a bunch of videos and interviews and all about everything that happened. But there's an interview there with her and the cast, and she's like, "Well, I don't ever dislike any of my characters.
yeah,
I don't like to judge."
yeah,
And she's sweet. She's an ex-murderer, but okay.
She said that in so many interviews of so many different characters she's done because she like Wanda Maximoff. Have you seen Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness?
No, not Doctor Strange.
Okay, but you've seen WandaVision.
Yes,
she,
I've seen WandaVision, yes.
You know, and she's like,
So I'm
well,
aware.
I can see where she's coming from, and we're like, girly, like same, like yes, we support you, and we also, I say we as like the fans, or maybe just me, I don't know, but like yeah, we get it, but girly, can you like acknowledge that she's in the wrong? Like she won't.
No.
It's so funny.
And
I love her.
Especially, now mind you, this character Candy, and I'm trying to pull her up right now.
It's
So
based-
Candy Montgomery, I think her name is.
Yes.
And there was also another movie about her recently with Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
And yeah, so she was this church-going woman in the 70s, and she had moved and found out that her, and none of this is spoilers for anything because this again
not
was in
even
the
out yet.
70s. Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh my God, Nina.
She her husband was having an affair with this friend of hers, and what she said was, well, she went after me with the axe 1st, and so that's why I went after her. But she was hit 41 times with this axe.
Yeah.
And they said, well, it's not like her defense was, that's not excessive.
I know. The fact though, okay.
It's almost like because she was a church-going woman, they're like,
Yeah.
she
Aw.
should be free. You know,
Yeah.
we shouldn't put her in jail because
Yeah.
she's a church-going woman.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot believe we live in a society where we will get to see Elizabeth Olsen swing an axe, and we saw Sandra Oh swing an axe. I'm
And
just saying.
You could go to a bar in a few months and swing an axe if you wanted to.
I don't think that's a good idea for me.
I know. I am so scared to go to one of those bars because I know, like,
gonna
I would
bounce
be
back.
like going to throw it, and I would go like, okay, I'm going to throw it and go back, and it would fly back behind me and kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I would like chop my
Yeah.
ear off, or just like it would bounce back and just right in the middle of my head.
yeah. I don't see me throwing an axe ever being
No.
a good
I-
idea.
No,
I want to.
no, I don't
But
think
But
that's
do you
a good
think
idea.
it's a good idea even if you want to?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
I think
We
I would
trust
hurt
your-
myself, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it was
yeah,
it's
no,
still a
that's
good
true.
idea.
As long as you know.
Yeah, I know I would.
He'd
but-
like pull something in his arm. He wouldn't like stab himself. He'd
No,
like
I'd
he'd like
pull
pull
something.
something and be like,
because you
oh,
get too into throwing.
yeah.
Yeah. I used to throw batarangs, so
Oh, that's
what
true.
can I say?
One of
Okay.
his gymnastics coaches gave him a real batarang.
Yeah.
A real, so like it doesn't come back to you.
Batarangs don't come back
Okay,
to
well I'm
him.
thinking about boomerangs, but
Yeah.
it's like a knife.
Yeah.
And you're throwing it.
Well, I
was like
used
8.
to. I don't anymore.
He was 8.
I was like, yeah, I was 8. Never mind.
Okay, on the next episode of What You Shouldn't Do with Children.
Hey,
We're-
hey.
Yes.
All right, you're listening to WH.
CSW.
I just hit the keyboard and I didn't know what happened. Like, I wanted to make sure I didn't destroy anything.
Yeah.
I was like, she's glitching.
Yeah, I'm in the control room today. If you are on YouTube, you can head over to Harper Radio and see us. But I'm in the control room over here today, and I just hit the keyboard, and I was afraid like I blew up Radio DJ or something.
Yeah.
No, you're killing it.
We're good. Radio DJ is still alive, but we are going to take a break. You are listening to Streaming Verse here on WHCM with Nina, Chris, and our guest Deagan. We're going to take a quick break, play some PSAs, make sure you know what station you're listening to, and we'll be back with more of South by Southwest 23.
This is a YASMR radio show, and I know, ya tú sabes, mi gente, another day, another dollar. Súbele Chicago. Puedes escucharnos los miércoles de 1 p.m. a 2 p.m. de la tarde y los Thursdays a las 6.
This is Unknown. Stay positive and June on, everyone. And you can listen to us on Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2.
Hacks and peace.
You can be a hero by being prepared for an emergency. First, make a plan. Call a family meeting to plan for things like how to connect with loved ones after an emergency or your escape route.
I am not fast.
Build a kit. When disaster strikes, it's important to have enough supplies to last 3 days. And don't forget the batteries.
Low battery.
Visit ready.gov/kids for more preparedness tips. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
WHCM 88.3 FM is your local college station, based out of the Harper College campus in Palatine, Illinois. Check us out on our site, harperradio.com, or on Twitter @HarperRadio for all the latest local happenings.
And on that thought, just a reminder, the thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective. I guess they could be reflective, but not necessarily reflective
necessarily.
of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. You're listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois. This is, I forgot what else I was going to say next. Streaming Verse here with Nina, Chris, and Deagan. You can reach out to us right now on YouTube Live. Look for the Harper Radio channel. Chat with us. Let us know what you've been watching, what you're interested in seeing from South by Southwest this year. And you can follow us on social media at streaming_verse. Where? Deagan? Where can they find us on social media?
Yeah, Deagan.
At streaming_verse?
Yeah. Streaming_
Where?
verse.
Where?
Everywhere.
No.
Instagram.
Yes, and
That's one.
Twitter.
Yes.
Letterboxd.
Yes.
There's more?
IMDb. You were close.
IMDb. Wow. I didn't think of that one.
We're a
That's
powerhouse of
Yeah,
social
you are a
media over
powerhouse.
here.
We're killing it.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay, I do want to mention, and then I'll shut up. Okay, I do want to mention.
Well, we have like at least 10 more minutes of the show, so please don't shut up.
Okay, right. So
Just sit in silence.
right. Sorry. So because I know nothing about this movie. I mean I do now, but I've never heard of it before, and it's called Fly Bread and Face Me, and I could be. Am I saying that right?
I have no idea. Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
know about this movie until you told me.
So it's basically about some 11-year-old kid who gets shipped off to his grandmother's sheep farm to quote unquote forget about his Fleetwood Mac obsession. And
Just that I'm in.
I know, same. And I just think that's so funny because I think about when I was 11, you know, like way too obsessed with Taylor Swift. I mean, nothing's changed,
Yeah.
but like if my grandmother had a sheep farm, I feel like maybe my parents would have sent me there. They would have been like, "Yo, you need help."
So this is interesting. Two adolescent Navajo cousins from different worlds bond during a summer herding sheep on their grandmother's ranch in Arizona while learning more about their families, past, and themselves.
Yes,
Wow.
and I read on the thing that it says they learned what the word lesbian means.
Whoa.
Hmm.
That's cool.
They gave no other context other than that.
Yeah.
They were like Fleetwood Mac and lesbian, and I was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of like what they did for Everything Everywhere All at Once, where after it premiered last year at South by Southwest, all they said it was a movie about taxes.
Yeah,
That's
and then
all they said.
we go to see it because I was like, yeah, I'll go to the movie, you pick whatever. And we're driving, and I'm like, so we're seeing a movie about taxes. And then I get
Yeah.
in there, and I'm sobbing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this was not about taxes.
It was.
It was.
But so much more.
Like paying your dues.
Yeah.
Oh,
Literally.
stop it.
No, with the universe. Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
can't.
It's a movie
Literally.
about doing taxes
I
and
cannot.
nothing else.
I cannot.
All right. And what else are we interested in? Oops.
Well-
I came over to me. I meant to go back to you.
Kind of keeping up with that, like Everything Everywhere All at Once train. There's a movie that premiered called Joyride with the great Stephanie Hsu, who was just nominated for an Oscar, should have won, but nominated for Everything Everywhere All at Once. She plays the daughter. It's
She
like
is.
it's
She's
a
very
road
good.
trip movie across Asia. It's supposed to be like kind of this like raunchy, kind of classic 4 people road trip thing. And
Nice.
I've heard pretty good things about it. What are you doing? What's so funny?
Keep talking.
But it's it's about someone trying to find their like birth mother, and it looks pretty cute. I mean,
Road trip across where?
Asia,
Asia. Okay.
yeah. So I don't know, and I like it's got a lot of neon in it, and I like that. So
Pretty colors.
yeah, literally. And Stephanie Hsu, she can do no wrong.
She's really good.
Who's Stephanie Hsu?
Have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Yes.
So she's the daughter.
So she's also the one who is in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yes, she is in Marvelous Miss.
Yep. She's the ex-husband's girlfriend
Mm-hmm.
and pregnant. And now she's been the character, not the person.
Yeah.
She's been pregnant. When's the last time we saw Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to be really big when the show comes back for the final season.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
2 years.
Oh, the poor woman.
So I was excited from South by Southwest that Anna Kendrick is in something. I love Anna Kendrick.
Mhm.
And then Jake Johnson, whose name I never get right.
You just got it right.
Well, now I do,
Yeah.
but you guys had to,
Nick Miller from New Girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Spider-Man from Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Peter B. Parker. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's voiced. Yeah.
Yeah.
They talked about that in the interview.
Yeah.
that I
Nick
watched.
Miller?
Mm-hmm. All right, let's do this one last time. It's a quote from Spider-Verse.
Okay. So they're in a movie called Self-Reliance, which Jake Johnson directed as well. And they were having a lot of director conversations that made me think of you, Deagan.
Oh, gosh. Please.
That basically when you're directing a movie, you get so sucked in and you're like, I'm never going to do this again. But then a couple months later, you're right back in and you want to do it. Because apparently Anna Kendrick's also been directing movies lately as well. So, but Self-Reliance is kind of like the game. It's
Yeah, that's what I heard, too. Like David Fincher's The Game, right?
yes, yeah. It's where someone is going to like win $1 million if he can stay alive, and one of the rules of the game is he can't be killed when he's alone. I mean, no, he can't be killed when he's with other people. He can only be killed when he's alone.
Yeah.
In this hunt, like he's being hunted.
Oh.
And if he doesn't
understood,
get killed,
understood.
he wins. And so he keeps trying to hang out with his friends, and they don't believe him. So they keep abandoning him, doing other things. So it's one of those games where it's like, I want to hang out with you. And they're like, nah, we're busy. It's like, but I'm going to die.
Yeah. That's so interesting. I didn't know what it was about, but that seems like something they would work on.
And then just to throw it out there, just because I have to, but being Mary Tyler Moore, I'm just excited to see that. I guess it's kind of like a documentary about her. And the women who did things back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, I mean, are just amazing. Like what walls they were knocking down. And of course, that got built up right behind them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, what is it? One class I took or something I was reading that women were huge into directing. I don't know if you know back in the day before banks got involved. And since it became serious money, it's like, no, you're women. You can't do that. No, we can run the world. You just are keeping us down so we don't. Anything else?
Mic drop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mic drop.
Not actually, though. Not in the studio.
No.
No.
Well, there's this other movie called Flaming Hot that's about the history of Flaming Hot Cheetos.
I heard about that too.
It's
yes.
like about the janitor at Frito-Lay and how he kind of like rose up.
That's so
in the
cool.
ranks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It was his idea. Like
yeah.
he came up with the flaming hot ones on his own.
Yeah. I read a lot about it, and I've heard great things. I heard it was preachy at some points, but I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm like, I'm going to like this no matter what. It sounds
Right.
incredible.
Apparently, all the bags of Fritos and Cheetos, were real. So they kept munching on them the whole time during production.
That's
and
amazing.
everything like that.
And that's funny that you mentioned that because you don't even like Cheetos.
No, I don't. I just,
You won't eat them.
no. I just wanted, I think it's a cool story.
I was watching TMZ, as I do,
Yes.
and they were discussing this, the movie that was coming
Yeah.
out. And Harvey, who is in charge of TMZ, for anyone who knows it, it's his baby. And his father owned a liquor store, so he grew up working in the liquor store. So he was having a conversation with the staff, as they do, and he's like, "Oh yeah," he goes, "It's amazing." He goes, "Yeah, well, I was working at my dad's liquor store. That's when Fritos, the corn chips came out. That's when Lay's chips came out. Blah blah blah." And one of the people, like the cast, was like, "You're older than Chips?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I'm older than
no.
Chips."
Oh my gosh.
Man.
That's so funny.
So we are about wrapping up the show. We do have more time, though, Deagan. You want to tell us how school's going?
Oh, yeah, sure. School's going great.
Is it worth it to
You
get
opened up.
into film creative
Yeah.
things for school?
Yeah, I'm learning a lot. I'm actually taking an editing class right now.
Mhm.
It's a lot of fun. I just had to edit down a documentary, so they just gave me a bunch of footage.
Oh, it was very good.
What?
You showed it to me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Not
the
the new-
rock climbing thing.
Did I show it to you?
Yes, you
I
did.
guess I showed it to you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Lots been happening, but
Who am I?
I don't remember showing it to you. But it was great. It's a lot of fun. Made a lot of friends, which is great.
Friends are good.
Yeah,
Friends are
I
good.
hang out at their dorm all the time. I probably live there by now.
You have your own cot.
I have my own cot in their room. It's great.
Do you ever go to your own dorm?
I usually sleep in my own dorm.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, my dorm's fine.
No, it's the college experience.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome, though. That's great. So you're at Columbia,
Yes.
so are you safe? As a mom, I have to ask the question.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Are you like cautious? Watch wherever you're walking.
Yeah. So
I could say stuff about this,
I-
but I'm not going to.
the only thing that's like was really bad that it almost happened. Like someone threw a punch at me. Like he like slipped on ice, and then I didn't laugh or anything. And then he walks across the street, and then he like throws a punch at me, and I go like this, and then I just walk away.
No, but you were ready to fight him.
I was ready to fight. I said I wasn't gonna throw the first punch, but I was gonna throw the
Right.
last.
Yes.
So I was pretty freaked out about that, but then I just kept cruising along, and everything
you
was
called-
okay.
You called everyone at home,
Yeah.
and you were like, guys.
Well, it was 9:00 it was 8:30, and I was just so tired. I wasn't like expecting that,
Right.
and then it just catches you off guard.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Got to be ready in the city. You never know what's gonna happen.
That is so true. So you're going back next year?
Yes, definitely.
We're
Well,
rooming together.
yeah, we're rooming.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Can
just
we,
needs
like,
someone to clean
put a
up.
hot mic in there for like a reality TV show.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
am in, and then I'll come in every once in a while
Yeah.
and just interview you to see
Yeah,
how
yeah,
it's
yeah.
been going.
Yeah.
Last
Like
week.
office style. Like.
yes,
Mm. Yeah. Well,
yeah, just like that.
This is gonna be great.
it's gonna be great. Hopefully, we're gonna be at the good dormitory.
Can I just what he told he did not talk to me about this. He apparently talked to my mother about this.
What?
And my mom talked to me about it. My mom goes the other day, yeah, Deagan's really excited for you to decorate the
Yeah.
dorm. And I was like, what?
I'm not good at decorating.
Sorry, what?
Yeah,
So-
but you didn't talk to her about
No,
it, though.
so I guess I'm
Yeah, well,
an interior decorator now.
I know you're going to decorate your space, so why can't you just spread it into the shared
so
space?
you want Taylor
No.
stuffed
You
all
want-
over your sections
No,
too? Is
no.
that what you're saying?
What
You
I
want
was
Elizabeth
thinking,
Olsen,
what,
Scarlett Johansson, Phoebe.
what I
Oh,
was
yeah.
thinking
He'll
was
be
maybe
fine.
some Phoebe Bridgers up in
I
there.
can do that.
Yeah,
She's everywhere.
everything, everywhere, all at once. Yeah.
But yeah, so and if you've ever walked into my bathroom, which would be weird,
What are you gonna say?
he leaves his laundry like.
No, I don't. This is false.
No, I have a video. I can
You
show
have
you
one
a video.
picture. You have
No,
no
I have-
evidence. You have one photo
I
that
also-
was clearly staged.
I also have pictures of ice cream tubs in his bed.
Yes.
He sleeps with sunglasses on.
That's true.
He.
I could see you sleeping with sunglasses on.
It was
That's
the
100%
weirdest
true.
thing in the world.
It was too bright
No,
in the hallway. I didn't want to get up and
He
turn off
puts
the
his
light.
laundry right next to the laundry basket on the floor, but he can't reach the. It's right there.
Some of that was falsified.
No,
some of
it
that was
not.
true.
I help you clean your room because you're not capable of doing it on your own. I clean the bathroom because he's disgusting. So this is why he wants to room with me.
I
So,
can see that.
Yeah.
so my side of the room at my apartment is nice.
Because you're never there.
That's true. Yeah, but hey, you should talk to Ellie and Rachel. Their room where.
The last time I was in it, which was like a couple weeks ago, was pretty chaotic.
Hey,
I love them.
whoa.
I love them, but
I
it
was gonna
kinda
show this to
chaotic.
them. Maybe you should apologize. I don't know. Just saying.
No, Ellie was working on a project.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They had all the cardboard out.
She said chaotic. She didn't say a mess. She
Yeah.
didn't say filthy.
I know.
Rachel and Ellie, I love you. Why do you hang out with him?
So that they can hang out with you too.
That's true.
Hey, do you know what they said to me? They said that I could just trash their apartment next year. So, yeah, Nina, what do you have to say to that?
Cool.
Let's
bye.
get your live reaction.
Bye.
All right, you are listening to Streaming Verse with Nina, Chris, and him.
What?
Yeah.
Why him?
The
What?
person we have deemed not able to take care of himself like
I
an
can
adult.
take care of myself.
Do you know what?
This
Do
is-
you, no. Do you know what his friends? Have you ever seen Arthur's Christmas?
No.
Oh, no,
Okay.
don't bring this up.
There's one of the main characters has a Christmas tree goatee. Deegan wanted it, but he doesn't have enough stuff going on there, so they did sideburns. They called me at like 11:30 one night. I get a FaceTime and they're like, "Hey, check this out. We're shaving Christmas trees into your brother's face." And I was like, "What?"
And little did they know it was a whole ploy because I didn't want to shave my beard. So I was just like, they can shave it for me and then I'll shave the sideburns off later.
Do you see how lazy this boy is?
Yes.
Hey, I'm shaving this week because I got to get ready for the new Super Mario Bros. Movie. I got to get my mustache ready.
Deegan, please.
So, go to see it with Ellie, Rachel, and Angela. You know, it's going to be great. I'm going to dress up as Luigi. It's going to be awesome.
You're going somewhere in the city, though, right?
Yeah, at
so I won't be able
AMC.
to crash. Like, I
You
want
wanna go?
to see this.
I wanna see this.
Yes.
You wait. you had a-
AMC River East, 7:30.
Okay, don't tell the world that. You know, you had a Luigi costume when you were little, didn't you?
Yeah.
Are you gonna put
My
it
goal
on
is
the
to
same
find
one?
it and
He was like 6.
squeeze it. Well, this jacket doesn't fit me anymore, and it's from like 3 years ago.
It really doesn't fit
It
him
doesn't-
at all.
it doesn't fit
Notice
me
that until
anymore.
you
Yeah.
reached forward.
Yeah.
Any comments from YouTube?
Yes, Megan and I were talking, saying, well, she said, I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's certainly different, but good. And I said, I love that movie so much. Makes me tear up every time. She said, a lot of the cast is in
Yeah.
another Disney movie
Yeah,
together. What is that?
I don't remember what it's called, but it's coming out in May. It has
Elements? Is
No.
it Elemental?
No, it's like this Disney Plus show.
Oh.
It has Michelle Yeoh, Ki Hu Kwan, and Stephanie Hsu in it. It doesn't look
Oh,
good,
okay.
but I'm happy they're in it. I'm not lying. Everyone I've talked to
My
about it
expert
agreed.
opinion, I believe it will not be good.
In my film school opinion.
Oh my god. Well, I think Brian will like the show because we're arguing a lot.
Yeah, Eric is definitely pro arguing.
Oh,
I wouldn't
okay.
say we're arguing. I would say we're agreeing aggressively.
No, I'm not agreeing with you.
You
Agreeing that you're a
agree that
slob?
you're unable to take care of yourself and as an adult and clean the bathroom?
No,
and that you
hey.
agree that you have gone to bed with ice cream tubs?
Hey.
Who has a collection of scrub daddies? Me.
Yeah, you do.
Who
Weird.
uses them all the time?
You
because
do,
you're
because you have 'em.
disgusting. Me.
Hey, you should see the bathroom at the Dwight where I live. You know, you should. It's
Yeah,
clean.
it's gross because there's 4 boys who
There
use
was a
it.
Squeaky
scrub
clean?
daddy conversation in New York City, just so
There
you know.
was.
That's
There was a-
how much she is
there was a-
focused on the scrub daddies.
There was a baby scrub daddy, and I regret not getting it. I
Yeah.
do.
Hey, my bathroom is squeaky clean.
Yeah,
at
because
the
you
Dwight.
never are
'Cause
in
you're
it.
never there.
That's not true. I had hey. you know,
Hearsay.
I literally when I had that bloody nose a few days ago and I got
Don't.
you know, I cleaned it up very nicely.
No, you brought it home to mom
No.
to do the laundry.
There was it was all over the wall. I cleaned it all up. Dre had no idea. That's my roommate.
Hi, Dre.
I hope I didn't tell
Roommates
him
are
I was,
good.
I didn't tell him I was gonna be on the show, so I don't think he'll ever.
I
hear this.
once made. I used to live in the South, so
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Raleigh, North Carolina. I made sweet tea,
Nice.
and I couldn't make it outside. It was winter or something. So the way to make sweet tea is, on the stove. You boil it,
Yeah.
and you add it. Well, it boiled over, and I didn't clean it up quickly enough for my roommate.
Oh, no.
So I too have had a roommate clean up after me. So there's no shame in
I
it.
did it. Who said he was cleaning up after me?
I'm just saying, like, I didn't get to it, and she went in there and did it. Same
Yeah.
thing as happened to you.
Hey, no,
After
I
the
cleaned up
bloody
that.
catastrophe.
I cleaned that. He had no idea. He was like, "Hey, what happened
Yeah,
last night? You were
right.
snoring pretty bad." And I said, "I had a bloody nose," and he was like, "Oh," and that was the end of that conversation. I cleaned it up. He had no idea. The only remnants he saw was on my shoe.
Did you clean it up with the sheets that you brought home for mom to wash?
The towels, yes.
Yeah, the towels, exactly.
Yeah.
Bam. There it is.
What?
So next week is spring break
Woo!
here
spring break.
at Harper College.
For me
Yes.
too.
You are listening to. Oh, really?
Yeah.
No one
Cool.
cares.
I'm
Yes,
gonna be
we
on a
do.
film set. I'm gonna be in
Oh,
the city.
really?
Where
Yeah.
are you going?
This guy who I was in class with just
Way to bury
texted
the
me.
lead.
Sorry.
Am I
asked how
not
school's
invited?
going and you didn't lead with that?
Well, it's a student project.
Beth says hi.
Hello, Beth.
It's a feature though, so it's a full length film.
But
So do they need another actress?
any
really
more
good.
Too
people
late.
watching?
What?
Any more people watching?
Yeah, I'm really good. You know that. The marriage story monologue?
Yeah, I did that.
No. I did the heavy lifting though.
I told you not to act because I had to do it
Yeah,
for
he
an
kept having
audition.
he kept having to tell me to stop acting because I was so good.
No, because it was distracting from my great acting.
No, no.
Okay, so back to what I was talking about. So next week is spring break, but we will be live here at Streamingverse here on
Break.
WHCM. We may not be inviting Deagan back for
What?
next week.
No.
Because he's busy being an actor.
I'm
very
not acting. I'm holding the camera.
Mute his mic.
Theater of the mind. Theater of the mind.
Sorry,
here.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
And I don't know what our topic is because we thought we would be closed for spring break, but because we're
Yes.
having construction here. In fact, let's check out the station's social media. Look for Harper Radio FM on Instagram, where you can see the hole in the wall, or go to Facebook, the WHCM, because we're going to have a drive-up radio station. We're super excited. You can stop by, request a song.
Yeah.
Request a song.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Yeah, we're moving.
nice,
It's going to be exciting. Well, we're moving feet. We're not moving anywhere big. We're moving from the back of the station to the front of the station. Nina and I are going to be in the same room
That's gonna be crazy.
when we do the show. It's going to be exciting.
That's gonna be awesome.
yeah, it's going to be fun. So we will be live next week, the week after, a repeat, but then we're
Yes.
back in the new studio.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Owen Wilson.
Wow. Wow.
Ka-chow.
Wow.
Ciao.
Thank you so much for listening to Streaming Verse here on WHCM. If you missed the show, you can always check out the video on, it's not on repeat, but it's just sitting there on the internet.
Yeah.
The
Yay
video.
us.
Yeah.
Go to the Harper
Forever
Radio channel
and ever.
on YouTube. And, you can catch our replay at 5 o'clock Mondays?
Yeah. I didn't. Do you want me to run?
We talked about this last week.
I
with
know.
Matt. It's 5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was, yes, 5 o'clock.
I didn't
next
know
week.
exactly what time.
I know.
it
I was hesitating, but it is 5 o'clock Mondays.
Okay.
5
I'm like, I
o'clock
can run.
Mondays. Check out a
Yeah.
repeat of our show.
Monday. So good to be.
Have a good dinner.
New music right now on Harper Radio.